So hi guys, welcome to the channel. Myself Shubham, currently studying in University of Perpetual Help in MD second year. Okay, so today's video is going to be on traveling from India to Philippines. Okay, like for all the students who are like getting into AB Psychology or BS Biology who have never been to Philippines, and also for the students like us who have been over here from the past 8-9 months or 1 year and we're not able to travel back to Philippines because of different reasons. Okay, so in this video I'll be talking about mainly 2 points, like when can we travel back to Philippines, and the second thing is when are our offline classes going to start after we reach Philippines. Okay, so this is going to be a story time video. Okay, so the story started back in 6 September 2021 when there was a ray of hope that yeah, we can travel back to Philippines, because on 6th of September Philippines lifted its travel ban, a temporary travel ban it had put on 9 countries. So India was also in the 9 countries and the travel ban was lifted from all the countries including Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, Nepal, UAE, Oman, Thailand, Malaysia, Indonesia and India. So at that time we thought yeah, it is possible to travel back to Philippines, but the problem was we had our visas expired and the Philippine embassy in India was not accepting any new forms for the tourist visa. So the thing was our visa was expired, and according to the rules that had come, a student visa or whose visa is expired, he won't be able to travel to Philippines. So this was the thing, and we had to wait. Our exams were going on, and then came the date 12 October when there were some news coming out that CHED has allowed face-to-face classes for some programs, and also a lot of colleges had got approved to start face-to-face classes. But the thing was our college didn't take much of the steps, and we had our online classes going on, exams going on. There was no news that offline classes will resume soon. So what we did was we filled up the Google forms, we made Google forms, and the students who were interested to go to Philippines filled up those Google forms, and then we requested to the university to do some arrangements so that we can travel back to Philippines and our offline classes could start in when we go to MD third year. Okay, so there were some steps taken, and you can see the screenshot also. We were asked to submit our COVID vaccinated certificates by the assistant dean. We also did that. This was 1 month back, okay, in October itself, and we did all the formalities, and then like from the last 15-20 days there was no news on the offline classes, and we are also busy with our exams and all that. Okay, so we had no clue about the offline classes when it is going to start and all that stuff. But recently, you can see this, 2 or 3 days prior we got the notice that India has been brought to the green list. Okay, first it was in red list, then yellow, and now it came to green list. So green list basically means those travelers from green listed countries like India can travel to Philippines and they don't have to go through quarantine process. If you are fully vaccinated and carrying a RT-PCR negative test, you can travel to Philippines. So this was one of the good things that has happened in recent time, and we think yeah, we can also travel back to Philippines in Jan. For those whose visa have been expired like me, and for a lot of students, we have not got any confirmation about us, but still in Jan last or Feb we would be traveling to Philippines. And now also in December there have been 2 flights scheduled for those who have their visas and want to travel back to Philippines. So if the process starts in December, like if these flights get to go to Philippines for those students who have obviously their valid visas, so obviously we are most likely that in Jan or Feb we can go to Philippines. That won't be an issue. Okay, so this is the full story. Obviously started way back, but now we have at least like 70 to 80% confirmation that yeah, students are going to travel back to Philippines. So mostly we will also travel, like for us whose visas have been expired. And now the second question is, when are our offline classes going to start? Basically, to be frank, like MD third year for us is going to start from the starting of March or by the end of Feb. Okay, so hopefully our MD third year is going to be offline, but still we're not confirmed about it. Hopefully if this trend goes on about the COVID cases, like it's decreasing in Philippines also, in India also, hopefully we can have our offline classes very soon. because the interns are now also having their internships like offline, not online. So this is also good news. But for MD third year, I can say hopefully we might get our offline classes. We're trying for that in March. But MD first year and second year also, it depends on your batch. It might get offline from March, April or May max. I think up to May you can get your offline classes started. But for AV psychology, we don't know, because CHED has brought the notice that face-to-face classes can start from now also. But the thing for the international students is that first we have to travel to Philippines and then we can think of the offline classes. So for AV psychology students, there can also be a scene like online classes are going on and you have to give your offline classes. This can also be a criteria, but this needs to be seen. I think for AV psychology students, you need to keep in your mind up to May or June. I think May, you can think May, June, the classes are going to be online, and hopefully after that offline classes might resume, because 50 to 60% have been vaccinated in Philippines. So hopefully in 2-3 months the number might increase and hopefully things might come to normal and the classes may start. So yeah, that's it for the video. Do like, comment and do subscribe to the channel. A lot of the guys have not been subscribing, like 80% of you have still not subscribed to the channel. So do take a minute and subscribe, and do press the bell icon so that you get notifications whenever I upload a video.